Hi and welcome. I'm Kassia with Intuitive Insights. On this channel, we discuss everything to do with the Ascension process. Today, I'm going to be doing a twin flame reading for the sign of Gemini. This is going to be Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. And yeah, as I'm filming this, Gemini season is underway. So happy birthday to all of you beautiful, beautiful people. My lovely, lovely Geminis. It is your season. Congratulations. We all love Gemini season. It's a beautiful time of year. You know, we're transitioning from spring into summer. We've got all that fresh, exciting energy. And yeah, I'm really feeling it. So we are doing a contest this month so that you all know. Whichever video gets the most likes and comments is going to get an additional video for the month of June from both myself and Kayla. So share all of this with your fellow Geminis and you guys can get an extra reading. We definitely got a lot of views on our Gemini videos last month. So you guys show pretty strong. So just like continue showing. Let us know that you're there. Like this video, comment on this video, and you guys can get that bonus video. We can get a video for each of your sides, right? Each of your personalities. Although I guess, you know, we're already doing that, right? With the masculine and the feminine, but you know, whatever. So, all right. Any other housekeeping notes? This is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone. Take what fits and leave the rest. If none of it resonates, none of it resonates. I'm actually being drawn to this deck for you guys to start out here, interestingly enough. So definitely, did I say check out your other signs? It's hard to keep track of sometimes what I've said, but do that. If you don't know what your chart is, go to a website like astro.com. They can tell you all of your birth information, although you guys are very curious and you like to learn. So I think a lot of you probably already do know all of your different placements. This video can also be for the cross watcher of the Gemini. We know Geminis have lots of fans, so it's maybe a lot of cross watchers out there. So just swap the storyline for however it fits you. It's very fluid. All right, June 2020 twin flame energy for Gemini. Twin flame energy for Gemini. Okay, so we have emotional loss as the first card. So some of you may have been in this energy. Some of you may just now be coming out of this energy. This is just the energy of kind of like grief and sadness. I'm feeling it as sort of like that heartbreak that then opens the heart up so all of that light can get in, right? Like a lot of us have gone through this period of our hearts being broken, whether it's been by our counterpart or whether it's been by, you know, the death of a loved one, just the trauma and the grief of everything that's going on in the collective right now and how that's impacting us either as empaths emotionally or actually physically impacting our lives. And just whatever that loss was, there's been a lot of loss, there's been grief, there's been sadness, but that was paving the way for this process of growth. I mean, look at this spiral coming out of his chest and how it's connecting to the light, if you guys can see that. So it's just, there was this process of this necessary loss, this loss that was necessary to propel you forward into your healing process, to purge out all of that energy that was no longer necessary and helpful so that you could move into this energy of victory and success. Like a loss that becomes a win, a loss that paves the way for a win. And then we have positive movement forward. So this is like that fast moving energy, like the momentum. There's momentum now. Like purging out all of that stuff. It's just like victory and success that's very well acknowledged. Like I'm seeing how he's blowing this trumpet, right? And so it's like people are noticing you. People are seeing the level of success. Like it's tangible. It's tangible success, and people are noticing you, and people are possibly being inspired by your journey and the way that you have taken whatever this pain was, taken whatever this situation was, and turned it into gold. And so people are really, you're getting some applause and you're getting some validation for that. And it's really moving you forward on your own spiritual journey. And we have number 9, which is solitude. And I want to say that this is the Hermit card in the traditional deck. But I'm not certain. I want to say that though, which would be Virgo energy. But it's this, what it really is. And then we have number 5, which is wisdom, which I believe would be the Hierophant, which would be Taurus energy. But it's like, that's not really important. What's important is it's this process of like, there was this momentum forward. There is also this period of solitude, this period of learning. Like you see how she's holding a book and he's holding a book, right? And so a lot of inner study, a lot of spiritual advancement. Like this situation, you've gone through a process, a really intense evolutionary process of advancement. You've been learning, you've been studying, you've been learning, you've been working on your spiritual condition. You've been really just gaining a lot of insight and a lot of knowledge. And you've done a lot of that process. Like you did a lot of that process on your own. What I'm feeling from this is a lot of that 9 of Pentacles energy, right? Like that self-made kind of energy. Like you've really gone within. You've gone within. You've allowed this process to really, like, this could have made you, or this was like a make or break deal, and it made you. And you're very proud of that, and you're really just sinking into this space of being really good. For a lot of you, I'm feeling like being really good on your own. Like really being whole and complete within yourself, feeling very spiritually connected. Yeah. All right. And actually, you know what I'm going to do now? And we have fulfillment of wishes on the bottom of the deck, which would be like the 9 of Cups. All right, we're going to do... Yeah, we're going to do this. Let's get a couple cards for the feminine. Okay, so the feminine got the 3 of Swords. So this is playing into that energy, right? Heartbreak, betrayal, for some third-party situations. Just those situations that heartbreak, right, that we were talking about, that made that space for the light to get in. And then we've got manifesting, setting intentions, the choice point, making a choice. And then we've got the King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So what I feel for some of you from this is like the feminine really made the decision to not allow this energy to shut her down, and instead to really learn how to master her emotions, to really learn how to like continue to have an open heart, but with strong boundaries, right? So that's what I'm feeling from that. And I'm feeling for others that there's still that kind of hopeless romantic in some of you feminines too, where it's like you experienced all this heartbreak, but you're not letting that get you down, and you're still intending to manifest this King of Cups. Like, you know that there is somebody who can give freely of their emotions, somebody who can hold you down, somebody who is all those things that maybe you thought that somebody else was, and then they turned out not to be. Like, you haven't given up hope on that. Like, you still are eternally hopeful. And let's see some cards for the masculine. Let's get some cards. Let's get some cards for the masculine energy. Masculine energy. Whoa, that came flying out. Okay, so we have the 5 of Pentacles, which was this energy. This is, I believe, no. I get confused because they do the color coding. This may have been the 5 of Pentacles, the equivalent of it. So that's that energy again, right? We have this emotional loss energy that the masculine and feminine have both gone through. And for the masculine, I'm feeling it right now like loss of hope. Like there was a loss of hope. And that feeling of being left out in the cold. But really but he's still like, he still triumphantly wants to present his cup of love. Like he's still in that energy. He hasn't let that dampen him either. He's still approaching, but there's a lot of emotional confusion. So that's interesting. There's a lot of emotional confusion, but then we have the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which is the 1111 union card, right? So this is Geminis, you guys, this is the duality, right? This is the duality of Gemini, spelled out perfectly right here. It's like he's ready to march with his cup, but he's like, oh, but there are so many. Like, which cup do I want to give to who, almost? I feel as though the masculine possibly may have felt left out in the cold in a situation and sort of lost his hope. So now he's just presenting his cup to as many people as possible, wondering which person's going to take it. That could be an energy too, but deep in his heart of hearts, this is what he wants. He wants this happy home, this happy life. He wants this union with his counterpart. But in the meantime, he's just kind of like, you know, filling people's cups all over the place. And that's probably where this Seven of Swords energy comes in. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. All right. Yep, because then we have... Oh, man. All right, so... Yeah. So she's over here. She's waiting for the King of Cups. She doesn't want the Knight of Cups. She doesn't want any of this. You know what I mean? Like she wants this too. Like she doesn't want all that other stuff. So she still has hope that this energy, she maybe has hope that her masculine will come to embody this energy eventually, and then he's here with the single cup now, right? To really know and understand and be able to recognize where his cup is. Like which one of these cups is actually that one cup that he wants. But it's looking like that may be maybe a bit of a journey here. So I don't know. Let's see. I know that's like the laziest like compiling of the cards there, but it's fine. All right. So we're going to do, actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do, no, I won't do these. Likely future energy, immediate future energy for this connection. Likely future energy for this connection that we're talking about here. Interesting. So we got ascending, pause, and union. So somehow it looks like this energy is going to come back together. Maybe one of these cups that he's presenting is to you, and maybe there will be a process through that process. Maybe this process of like trying out all these different cups is going to make him realize which cup he really wants, and then he's going to come and present that cup. Maybe that's what this pause is all about. And then he's going to come and present that cup to whom it belongs. So that is a very distinct possibility here. And this could be two Geminis. I mean, we have vibrations on the bottom of the deck. We all have the masculine and feminine within ourselves. And so like inner union is necessary before outer union can occur, right? And so it's very possible, especially, you know, for you guys with all of that duality energy, like you guys are the sign of the twins, right? It's very possible that these two energies are battling out within you as well. There's that one part of you that really is waiting for that energy, and the other part that's really into like playing and exploring right now. And so that may not be bad for you guys to do that a little bit. To allow yourselves to do that and just to see how those vibrations, right, lead you back to each other. and to just really, do what you guys do best, which is be curious, be fun, be open, and continue to take that time to continue working on that spiritual condition and building that relationship with yourself and with your spirit. Yeah. All right, so let's see. What else do we want to do for you guys? I'm being drawn to this. All right, let's get a card for the feminine from the Secret Language of Light deck. Card for the feminine, June 2020, Twin Flame, Divine Feminine. And Divine Masculine, June 2020, Divine Masculine. And we got the Divine Masculine on the bottom of the deck. So we have remembrance and nothing has gone wrong. So I'm feeling for the feminine, this is partially a process of remembering herself, remembering her own divinity, coming back to this place of her divinity and her knowing, and really just reconnecting with that. And possibly I'm feeling for some like reconnecting with her masculine as well, at least understanding and remembering somehow through whatever it was that was all going on here. This process may have led the feminine to a remembering of who her masculine is. And so some of that, because that Seven of Cups cup wanted to come out for the feminine too. It was on the bottom of the deck, I think, and then I shuffled and it popped out for the masculine. So I feel like in a lot of ways, you guys are going through a lot of the same stuff right now. And this has come up in a couple of different readings. Like this is happening. I mean, as we're getting closer to union, this is going to happen. We're always mirroring each other. But now like we're really in sync with and mirroring each other's energy. And so yeah, there may have been a whole bunch of different situations and experiences. And then that process of going internally as well. All of these different things may have, not only is of her feminine remembering who she is, like a divine expression of source energy, like she's getting in touch with her own divinity, her own godness, her own inner masculine energy, right? And like really sinking into and embracing her feminine energy and how to utilize that interplay of energies within herself. But she's also remembering who her masculine is, and she's seeing him. I'm feeling this like she's seeing her masculine in his highest. Even though there may have been outer circumstances, like the things he may be doing in the physical, like she's learning to see beyond all that and to see to his true essence and to see who he really is. And with nothing has gone wrong, this is just like she's realizing, and notice we got the yin and the yang there, right? She's realizing and understanding that everything played out perfectly the way that it was supposed to, and that she had to learn and grow through these painful experiences, through all of this fuckery and whatever it was that went on. Like that process helped her to grow and helped her to step deeper into her divinity. And she's understanding that. And she's understanding like all of these pauses and all of these apparent roadblocks were actually there for her highest benefit. And that everything is actually unfolded perfectly. And just really stepping into a harmony of that. And then for the masculine, we have soulmating. And we have there is only light. And so the divine masculine energy is really healing as well. He's healing. He's coming into this place of just seeing the light in himself, seeing the light in everyone else, seeing how that light is reflected out toward everyone else, and how we're all like really feeling into the whole unity, the whole idea and understanding. It's not an idea, it's a reality, right? Like this reality that we are all one. And he's understanding that. He's understanding how that plays out, how these different concepts have played out in the relationship with his feminine. and sort of in any other relationships that he's had in the meantime with anybody else, and in the relationship with himself as well. And he's really getting into a place where he's aligned and moving toward this divine union with his feminine, and he's really harmonizing those aspects within himself as well, and just really just calling in that energy and just seeing the light. He's really learning how to see the light in himself. He's really learning to look, both really, because this came up for the feminine too, right? Like, look past the outside facade to the truth of things, and to that truth that there really is only light, right? And just really sinking into that and seeing, like, yeah, seeing his own divinity. They're both seeing their own divinity, which is really cool. So yeah, I'm understanding, I'm seeing how this union energy is coming in with that, as they're both, their experiences are so mirroring each other right now. Like, it's really cool. And then I wanted to read what it said for this card as well. So it says, a new encounter or a deepening of an already existing union will profoundly change the way you perceive unconditional love. Chemistry between two people does not mean they are life partners. You have entered each other's life to awaken, expand, and open your hearts so wide they may never close again. It may last for a moment, a season, or a lifetime. Time is not necessary to shift the cogs of your heart and feel the absolute ecstasy of you. A moment can open you to euphoria. The purpose of a soul relationship is to mirror your love and light, right? There is only light. And melt away any hard edges or walls we have built. Whatever is mirrored will intensify. Love and peace will feel bigger, but so will fear or pain. This reveals any wounds that hold us away from love. That's that process we were talking about with that first card that came out, right? At the beginning of the reading. So we can heal them as we embrace more of the love we already recognize. And so that's beautiful, and that's perfect. And that's also this process with all those different cups, right? For some of you, this may have been not just a heartbreak that happened between the two of you in your own relationship, but you may have experienced multiple heartbreaks and multiple relationships with other people, and be in this process possibly, and still in this energy, and really understanding how that's helped you both to evolve and to grow. And that's really revealed all of these places where you weren't letting love in, and allowed you to become more open to that process, so that when you do come back together, you can unite together in that unconditional love. You can feel that, you can sense that, you are that, right? There is only light. This is what remains after you guys shed all of that other stuff that was in that heart center, right? That was living there, that didn't need to live there anymore, is that there is only light. And so you're both coming into that understanding, and that's really, really beautiful. And you're coming into that understanding through not only your relation to each other and getting a higher perspective and understanding of that, but all of these other relationships that you've had with other people. So that's really interesting, and that's really cool. Yeah. And these really intense experiences that you've had that have helped to open up that heart center. Yeah. So I like that. Yeah, I love how the Divine Masculine card's on the bottom of the deck too. That was pretty cool. All right. So we've got that. And then I'm trying to think, what do I want to do anything else for you guys? I feel like that's pretty, honestly, I feel like that's pretty good. It's only been 24 minutes, but we got a lot in there for those 24 minutes. Like, yeah. We'll do a couple of these for you guys. We'll do a couple of these. This will be interesting. Let's see how this plays out. Let's do a card. Oh, hi. So I ignored the card that was basically the same card on the bottom of that deck, which is, that card was Soul Family. This is Family of Light. So that's an energy that wants to come through for you guys, clearly, is that you're finding your family of light. You're calling in your family of lights. You are... Yeah, it's interesting because we've got the two on each side, right? And then what's rising up. So it's like the masculine, the feminine, and the union energy. And this union that brings through your light family as well. Like as you guys unify, you guys ascend together. You're calling in... I feel as though a lot of twin flames, this is happening for us at this time, right? Like we're calling in other people that have this similar mission. And so you're really like, when you guys come into union, you're going to come into your mission. Like that's the whole purpose, right? Like first we come together, we help to heal each other, we help each other to ascend, to learn how to love, to fall in love with ourselves more deeply. And after we're able to fall in love with ourselves, we're then able to adequately love each other, because we're not mirroring back all of that pain, right? We're just mirroring back that light once we've shed everything that dims that light, right? And after this process of self-love, and we learn how to exemplify, how to be, how to live unconditional love and show other people how to do that, like that's part of the mission. Like we step into our mission. Twin flames were put here with a mission to help heal the earth. That mission, how we go about that mission, is going to look different for all different types of twin flames. That's why there's so many of us on earth right now, which is very unprecedented, is because we're helping the earth to ascend. And how we do that is going to look different for everyone. But that's part of like what this mission is and what we're doing. And so you guys are going to be calling in your family of light. You're going to be calling in those other twin flames and other just spiritually minded beings who have the same mission as you, and moving forward with that community of light workers, with that community of healers, of starseeds, of whoever, whatever, activists, what humanitarians, whatever it is that you guys are. And you're going to be helping to create and make the changes that you need and want to make in this world right now. So that's just absolutely beautiful. It's just calling in your soul tribe, calling in that energy. Like the energy of you two uniting is going to call that in. And that's just absolutely beautiful. Any other cards for the union energy for Gemini, June 2020? Union energy. So we got the eternal now, being present in the now, being present in the now, being present with each other. It's interesting because it looks like he's like blowing this bubble, the way those cards are. So it's like the now is the moment from which we manifest. It's the only moment that really exists. It's the moment where we can move between dimensions. Like when we're centered in the now is when we are able, because everything's actually happening in an eternal now. And so in order to astral travel, in order to swap timelines, in order to do whatever it is that we're trying to do metaphysically, and even to fully be present at all in life, we have to exist. We have to find that eternal moment of now. And that's where we create from. That's where, when you're wanting to facilitate this union, that's where you facilitate that energy from, is being present in the now. That's where you can feel each other. If you're trying to reach out telepathically, if you're trying to experience each other's energy, that's where you do it, when you're centered in that now moment. And so that's just a reminder about that, I guess. And then we have the initiation by fire. So we're going to read what it says about this. Initiation by fire is a life-changing spiritual cleansing. Your life will never be the same again. Allow the power of divine fire to clear and purify you inside and out. This is not a time to hold on to anything, no matter how much you once believed you needed it. In letting go, you will gain so much more than you ever imagined, opening to fresh blessings and new life. You are, like the phoenix, ready to emerge from the holy flames, reborn. You have the spirit of the phoenix in you. You are able to rise again and again, even if at times all seems lost. You are guided to remember this, as you are now being spiritually cleansed through initiation by fire. During such times, you will feel that you're being asked to let go of relationships, situations, sometimes even jobs, attitudes, and belief systems that you have relied upon up until this point. You might have unintentionally placed more faith in that person, place, belief system, or identity than you placed in the divine. You might have held on to rather than allowing the divine to guide you. This can happen easily on the earth plane. Sometimes these attachments become confining rather than supportive. In such cases, you will need to free yourself to continue your life journey. During the initiation by fire, all such attachments are burned away. A new life is a blessing, but that doesn't mean it is easily won. Sometimes the process can be challenging to the mind, even whilst the heart trusts what is taking place. Whatever has been your stronghold in life, such as family, a marriage, job security, a talent, or something that you have used to define your sense of self, will be where the fire burns brightest. Those areas will be transformed. Letting go and allowing that to happen to the very parts of your life that you are most protective of can require deep faith. You have to remember that love is real, so that you can hold on to your courage whilst you let go and allow the divine to have its way. Remember that the power of fire is destructive only in part. It also stimulates rapid new growth. Healing will arise in whatever area is being transformed. It is not only an ending, but also a beginning. This experience of initiation by fire is the divine making its presence felt in your life. It will be one of the most freeing and empowering experiences you'll have whilst in the physical body. It may ask you to confront fears and insecurities as you learn to trust the divine unconditionally. Know that the universe will always provide for you, and always in the way that is best for you, even if you don't understand why it needs to happen the way it does at the time. Keep your eye on the inner transformations that are occurring rather than fearing the outer changes. The universe loves you and holds you in high regard. So this is like when we were talking about that ability to see beyond what's being shown to you in the physical. Like what's being shown as we're moving through this process and as we're changing, as we're growing, as things are being removed so that new things can come in. That looks a bit chaotic in the physical sometimes. Sometimes it looks like nothing. Then sometimes it looks like complete chaos. But we have to trust that what's going to come after that is going to be exactly what's meant for us. Yeah. The universe loves you and holds you in high regard. Remember this and trust. Initiation is an advanced spiritual lesson. You are being honored by what is happening in your life now. You are strong enough to get through it and thrive into a new life, like a radiant phoenix triumphantly emerging from the sacred fire. Yeah, so there may be a process leading up to the two of you coming back together, leading up to whatever it is that union process looks like, right? There may be this process where your lives are rearranged dramatically, where people drop out of your lives, career changes may happen. All of this crazy stuff is purging, right? And is being removed. And so Spirit is just asking you to let go and to trust that process and to understand that you're making room for like this beautiful mission that's unfolding. And however it is that you guys are going to go about that mission. And it's just like this. I think it's interesting when I was thinking about the eternal now and how that's when we move between dimensions and timelines and all that stuff, is like your union, your coming together may shift you to a different timeline, into a really beautiful new timeline. But as you're shifting timelines, it may look like a lot of chaos as things are being removed and things are being purged and you're moving into this new space and this new life and this new expression of your physical reality, right? And so it's just trusting and allowing that process to occur. Like if some crazy things start going down, like don't take that as a sign that like something is going wrong. Just really tune into your trust your trust in spirit, your trust in each other, your trust in this mission and in whatever's unfolding. And just know that like whatever it is that is going to unfold is going to be so beautiful and so divinely guided. I mean, she's got all of this information pouring down from the heavens, and she's just holding these two flames in her hands, right? Those twin flames. Yeah, and she's just protected by this beautiful sacred bubble. You know, she is supported. She is protected. Yeah. It's going to challenge, like there's going to be an ego death. There's going to be an ego death when you guys come back together. There have been multiple ego deaths that will have facilitated the process of you coming into a space where you are ready to come back into union, but there will be a massive ego death when it happens. And so just allowing that to happen, allowing the things that are being removed to be removed, going with the flow of it, just really staying centered in your purpose and your path, and honoring your own divinity, honoring your counterpart's divinity, honoring and really fully utilizing the power of that union energy, that ability to flow between the masculine and the feminine aspects of yourselves. Really be able to call and lean on each other, to utilize each other's fire, each other's energy, to navigate these situations and to stay centered in your truth and stay centered in your power. And this may be some stuff that you guys are going through right now as well. And so it's just like trusting that's all shuffling you to the place where you're meant to be. And that's all this beautiful purging process that's helping you to call in all of this beautiful energy together. All right. So there you guys go. I absolutely adore you, as I always tell you. If this reading resonated, definitely let us know. As we said, the video with the most comments and likes is going to get a bonus video from myself and Kayla this month. So share this with all your fellow Geminis. And if you are interested in a healing session or a reading, my information and Kayla's information are in the box below. Just email whoever one of us you resonate with and set something up. It can really, especially with all of this, any of the confusion, helping to get clarity, helping to facilitate that purging process, that heart awakening, all of that energy healing can really, really help. And in any of these multiple situations that you guys might have going on right now with all those different cups, a reading can really help to navigate that as well. So definitely reach out if you're called to. Also, you can donate if you're called to do that. We have the links in the box below for that as well. And until I see you guys next time, have a happy, happy birthday month. And yeah, thank you. Thank you for Gemini season. It is my favorite season. I have a Venus in Gemini and my sun is cusping on Gemini. So like, I'm just so grateful for that positive, uplifting energy in my own chart. And this is my favorite time of year. So I'm really happy to be here with all of you celebrating your birthday. You guys have some really good stuff coming up, and yeah, thank you for letting me take a peek into that energy with you.